Hello friends, Seymour here, and this is going to be another brief to the point video coming to you from Istanbul, Turkey. The title of this video is a brief harsh review of dating coaches. Now I don't mean to again put anyone down or be an unfriendly one among the group, but I do listen to some of them sometime, and honestly, it's as though they're talking to a 19-year-old. How many times are they going to say that after a long series of divorces and harsh treatment by women and everything, I came to the sudden realization that they're all in it for money, and it's not you they love, it's what you bring to the table and what you offer them. And I've seen them act so friendly towards you only to go to the next guy with the more money and everything. All that being true and everything, but gentlemen, how many times do we need to know that? How many times do we need to hear it? As though this is going to change. Bananas are always going to be yellow, and oranges are always going to be orange. The intelligent person asks, okay, now that this is the case, what am I going to do? See, there are two kinds of people, they say, if I may use this analogy, there are two kinds of people in this world. Those who try to change what is, and those who realize what is now. How am I going to take most advantage of it? You are not going to change the way the world is. You are not going to change the nature of women, no matter how good you know them. The fact that they're in it for their own benefit, to fulfill their own needs and wants and desires, that they're in it for their own security, nothing's going to change about that. And I know I covered this before, but some things need to be repeated in order to be absorbed. These dating coaches talk as though that they're going to have a sudden moment of epiphany now that we're up to them, now that we supposedly are red-pilled and we know that they're in it for their own gain, and the love that they're showing us, the romantic love, is nothing more than an act, which it really is. As though that's going to change. That's not going to change till the end of time. It's always going to be that way. It's even going to be more intense. And you know what? We should be glad that's the way it is, because that's nature. At the excuse of repeating myself, the love that you expect to get from a woman, the love that you get from your mother, I'm sorry, but she is reserving that for her kids. You will never get that love. And that's the way it should be. Don't be mad at them. That's the way it should be. That's the way it is. A woman is there to care for her offspring and to provide a secure home for them, to educate and nourish and be delivered to the society. That's the way it's going to be. You are there just as a necessary element to make that happen. And of course she would want a secure home. If it was your sister, if it was the daughter or sister of one of these dating coaches, would they want their daughter or sister to be paired up with a loser? Or would they want it to be paired up with someone who's a winner, go-getter, who can provide a secure, strong financial base for her? Come on, guys. It's really insulting to keep listening to these dating coaches talking about 1,000,004 example of why women are only in it for money and for their own benefit, and they go to the highest bidder. How many times are you going to hear that? Isn't that insulting? Honestly, isn't that insulting? That's the way it's going to be. Accept it. Okay, now what are you going to do about it? Nothing. Accept it, that it's an accepted order of nature, and it's always going to be like that. Nothing's going to change about that. You have to learn how to take advantage of it. You have to be in it also for the fulfillment of your own needs and wants. And again, with the excuse of repeating myself, do not ruin it all and destroy yourself in the process by getting into a legal marriage contract in the West. And I stress in the West because in 85% of the countries around the world, the crazy divorce laws of the West does not exist. So if you don't like something, you can continue to support a woman that you have a child with, which you should, which you absolutely should, but not based on your salary and everything, based on what is needed. So the brief point of this video is, it's so important, it's so subtle, it's so basic, it's so in front of our eyes, but it's so important to know that these dating coaches, a lot of them, self-given title, they just want to increase their viewership and selling ads, subscribe and hit the notification bell and everything, to repeat the same story again, to cater to those guys who've been hurt in a relationship, the guys who've been left for someone richer, someone better, to make them feel better. Yeah, I understand you, I'm on the same boat as you. Yeah, women are bitches, and women are terrible, and women are money hungry, dragons that always go to the better guy, always spinning plates, always monkey branching. So what? That's the way it is. That's the order of nature. Grow up, grow a pair, grow a backbone. That's the way it is. Accept it. Sorry you've been hurt. That's the way it is. Hey, and if you have a chance to be with a more beautiful younger woman, would you turn it down? Most women won't. Most men won't. Look at all these rock stars and famous people who have the money, and they trade in the old woman for the younger one. That's the order of nature. That's the way it is. I'd say, think for yourself. How many more times are you going to be listening to this? Saying, making you feel better, stroking your ego, that, oh yeah, the woman who left you was a bad woman. She's not a bad woman, she's a woman. That's their nature. A scorpion cornered, is going to either sting you or itself. That's the way it is. The order of nature is not going to change 10 million years from now. I am honestly here to share what I've learned with everyone else. I've been with more than 350 women from around the world, and I have a thing or two to say about that. God bless you. All the best. Until next time.